If you've ever seen those videos, like that one unemployed friend on a random Monday, that's this right now. I'm going on a weighted vest walk. It's Monday, noon. I'm gonna assume everyone's at work because I'm in the middle of the fucking road. Absolutely no one is here. And it kind of got me like this feeling I had from the past. The past year, like, I've gone all in on self-improvement, just developing myself to the best version I quite literally possibly can be. And a year ago, I was in a a little bit over a year ago, I was in a tough position, right? I was in college, drinking every single weekend, and I was entertaining all the vices of college, like partying, drinking. I was downing all of the dining hall food and just destroying my body every single weekend, even weekdays too. And I'm not gonna say it was a singular event that was like got me to snap into like, damn, I should lock in, but it was just the compounding events over time that just led to a breakthrough. I was like, bro, what am I fucking doing in my life? And I've talked about this before, but let me reiterate this story. So this was during my first semester of college, right? And me and my girlfriend, which I'm still dating to this day, our relationship right now is great, by the way. But back then, first semester of college, long distance, we are high school sweethearts, and she visited me for the first time in my college. Like, we would text back and forth, like, hey, this has been fun going out to these bars with these new friends that I got. Like, she would do the same thing. It was fun. Like, trust was there. Trust was for sure there. And like the one weekend she came, bro. I suppose that's when I felt my most comfortable, because to that point, all of the friends that I surrounded myself with were people that I just met. I wasn't really entirely comfortable with them. Like, I'm kind of a shy person, and it takes me a little bit to open up to people. And that moment, like that night where she came to visit me, went out to the bars with me and my friends from college, I just got way too comfortable, bro. I downed a handle of Bacardi. If you don't know what that is, it's a very, very heavy liquor, and if you drink a handle of it, I'll tell you what happens. You black out pretty quick. And I remember I drank that handle at the pregame party, right? It was a pregame party at one of my boys' dorms, and we were just pre-gaming before we go out to the club. And drink that handle, bro. Starting to feel it. Like, I start like moving side to side, can't keep my balance. All of my friends are like, hey, is he good? Like, asking my girl, like, check up on him, is this normal? And like, I was like, bro, I was lit. I was like, fuck it, let's go to the club. Like, I'm hyped, let's go to the club. Like, my girl is there, all my boys are there. Like, I was hyped. And I get to the club, like, within 5 minutes. And again, a very faint memory of this because of the Bacardi. And I say within 5 minutes, bro, I start feeling a little bit nauseous, start feeling a little bit lightheaded. I sit down on a couch in the club. I throw up everywhere, bro. I throw up everywhere. Instantly, the bouncer notices, and this is where my memory starts getting a little bit faded. Instantly, the bouncer noticed. He comes straight up to me, grabs me by the arms. The other guy grabs me by the arms too. Literally throws me out to the street. I remember this part. Throws me out onto the street. My girl, knowing no one else in the bar, like really knowing no one else, like she follows me, of course, like. And from that point on, I don't remember anything. I don't know how we got home, but we did. Luckily and blessed that I got home safely with her. But let me tell y'all, the next day when I woke up, I just remember feeling so fucking weak as a man. Like, how can I let myself get that low? Because I don't know about you, but like my mission is that I always have to like keep my girl protected. Like, that's just like who I am. Like, my girl always has to be safe. Like, oh, that's OG up there. But my girl always has to be safe. Like, always make sure, like, hey, text me before you, like, when you get home, drive safe. Like, that's just who I am as a man. And the fact that I let myself get that low to the point where I literally don't remember how we got home. And again, such a blessing we got home safe. But that's when I was in my head, I was like, bro, how could I get this low as a man? How could I jeopardize the safety of my girlfriend? So that cut out. I don't know what showed, but I want to say that everything, I wish I could say everything changed overnight, but in my mind, I was thinking, like, how could I jeopardize the safety of my girlfriend? How could I do that? By the decisions that I've made. And again, I wish I could say everything changed overnight, but it didn't. It took some time. Like, I realized I needed to do something, needed to change. And at that point in my life, you know, I was just doing my normal thing in college. Like, I had my classes. I would go to the gym every so often, go back and forth to my dorm, like classes, food, hang out with my boys. You know, that was just the life. Like, I didn't really have too much to it. And in that second semester of college, because that was like my ending of my first semester, is that blackout story right there. Going into my second semester, that's when everything started to shift, bro. I started picking up these new habits. I went fully in on self-development, even though I didn't even know what the hell that was at the time. Like, I didn't even know, like, what it really meant to focus on yourself and really build good habits, good lasting and healthy habits to better yourself as a man, build up your mindset, build up your physique. And this is getting up to my point right here, relating back to why I'm walking right here, is that second semester of college, when I attempted to drop all vices. It was kind of a slow integration because I still did drink every so often, but I veered away from it. And I remember first semester of college, bro, I would get this crazy FOMO, fear of missing out, every weekend when I didn't have plans to go out to the club. Like, the friends that I had, they didn't have fake IDs. So, like, that's when, like, on Friday, Saturday nights, I was like, bro, what are we doing? Let's go out to the club. Like, all of these people around us are, like, going out to the club, going to the bars, going to the parties. If you relate to this or not, like, being a guy in college, if you're not in a frat, bro, it's the worst thing ever. In the sense that you don't have anything going on the weekends because you need, like, somewhere to go. Like, it was such a wake-up moment to me first week of college when I was trying to go to, like, these parties and, like, they're like, okay, what are you rushing? And you get, like, that weird conversation. Like, I hated that shit. And going to my second semester, I started to drop a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends, bro. A lot of them. And I started to just go on my own path. Walk my own trail. You know, I committed to this 5 a.m. wake-up time. I dropped my friends, got some better ones. Nothing against the guys I used to be with, but the guys I started hanging out with, like, going to the gym at 5 a.m. was the standard. I would literally, one of my boys had his car on campus, and he would pick me up every single morning at 5 a.m. Shout out to Jalen, my guy. And every single morning at 5 a.m. we go to the gym, get back. I'd walk back to this one spot called Abon Pan on my campus to get my normal order, to the point where it was such a routine and such a habitual thing that literally the people there at the restaurant would make my order before I even walk in, just because I did it every single day. And, like, habits like that, the thing about what I'm doing right now is, and it relates to what I experienced, is that when you start doing the healthy things, you start working on yourself, getting on self-improvement, trying to better yourself, you're gonna start walking a lonely path like this. Sometimes you're gonna be the only one, and sometimes it's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna feel fucking lonely. Sometimes It's gonna be nights where you're literally just sitting by yourself. And I've had countless nights where I'm just like, am I doing the right thing? Because I had my tight friend group of boys in high school. We used to do the dumbest shit together, go out to high school parties, drinking and hitting a Waffle House at 3 a.m. And I started to veer away from that. I got like these, not in a negative way, but like an outsider way, these weird looks and feelings from my boys. Like they're like kind of like, what are you doing? And it was a difficult thing to do because I just felt like such an outsider. And it turns out to be something called imposter syndrome, where you feel like an imposter in the environment that you're in. Everyone around you is doing different things, and you feel like you're doing something wrong, but really you're on the right track, called imposter syndrome. And I remember vividly the same feeling I'm getting from being out here, no one out here. I remember vividly when I started waking up at 5 a.m., second semester of college. I would walk to the gym some days when Jalen would have picked me up. And that college campus that I walked on, the first semester, everyone was on the college campus. Second semester, waking up at 5 a.m., no one was on campus. I was the only person on campus. And when I tell you, bro, like, I'm gonna throw up a video right here.
Okay, Gumption Talk, number 57. Yeah, I've been doing this past month, 2 months and a half straight. Haven't missed a 5 a.m. wake up. Always on my shit. I'm gonna keep going till the end of the semester. Once summer hit, I'm staying back on it. Always. I'm still trying to work towards what I want in life. And I don't stop because it's the end of the semester. Hell yeah, I'm gonna celebrate what I accomplished for sure. That's really important. Because when you reach those little milestones, you always gotta celebrate them, because you can't always just be working hard. I always gotta find time to celebrate the progress you made. But then again, that don't mean you just stop the work. I mean you just drop everything. But it is hard because of momentum. Because when you do stop, picking up things is hard as hell. But when you're in the momentum doing stuff, it's easy. Just like a snowball effect. Start off with a little ass ball. The thing people forget is you need somewhere to start. Giant ass avalanches, gotta start with something, right? Tiny ass snowball just piling up over time. And then when they get down that big ass hill, start rolling up quick, right? Apply that to anything in life. It's gumption.
A video of me walking on campus, and I used to do, full circle moment right here, I used to do Gumption Talks and literally just send it to my boys on Snapchat in my college campus, just like walking and talking, like something I'm learning about, some like wisdom, same way I'm doing right now, just like a learning lesson, a story I'm trying to tell y'all. I used to do the same exact thing on that college campus as I'm doing right now. So full circle moment right now. And that was my way of kind of coping with that feeling of loneliness, is recording those videos and like sending it to my boys, like, hey, I'm the only one out here, like, this is what I'm thinking about. And like that made me feel a little bit more sense of belonging, or like a sense of, I want to say righteousness, but I don't think that's the right word for it, but like sense of affirmation that I am on the right path. Is doing that thing right there, is just sending my boys a video and just being like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, no one else is out here going to the gym 5 a.m. And I used to do that in the past, where I would just like go to the gym really early, but it would never stick. Never was consistent. And I go to the gym maybe once, maybe twice, about 25 minutes into my walk, mile in. and I wouldn't be consistent with that gym schedule. But this second semester of college, when I started to lock in, brother, consistency was all I knew how to do. All I know how to do. And I walked that lonely path. Every single morning, I would get back to my dorm at like 6 in the afternoon. And bro, when I tell you, I'd have to purposely pop a melatonin like 7 p.m. just so I could go to sleep, just because I didn't know what to do. Because I didn't have any friends to hang out with. I didn't want to do anything else. I literally just took a melatonin. Like, I remember I shared my dorm freshman year with one of my high school friends. And I remember, like, he would walk into our dorm back at like 7:30, 8 p.m. I'd already be asleep. And that was just habitual at that point. It was just like my routine second semester of college. Like, compare who I was first semester to second semester, I'm two completely different people. And that's just because I made that commitment to myself to better myself, become a better man. So if you're watching this video right now, I urge you to really just understand that you're not alone. Like, the best way I can put this is that we are all alone in this together. One of my boys, my entrepreneur friends, I used to tell them this all the time, because obviously, like, going your own separate path, you're gonna be alone a lot. And I didn't have a lot of social interaction. When I really went fully into self-improvement, first business I started running, and I told him all the time, I was like, bro, I know this shit sucks right now, but like, we are all alone in this together. You're gonna get that imposter syndrome where you feel like you're the only person there. You feel like you're going against the grain, of course. But I'm here to tell you right now, like, that is the indicator you're looking for. That's the green flag you're looking for, is that you are on that path alone. Like, the fact that there is resistance, the fact that it's uncomfortable, the fact that it's hard is a green flag that you're on the right path. If it was easy, bro, everyone would be doing it. And I guarantee you've heard this before, but like, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I promise you that. And the good thing too is that once it gets easier, in times where it was hard, what are you gonna do? You're gonna look for ways to make it harder. That's what this journey is, bro. It's not a linear path of progression. It's multiple ups and downs. And my word of advice to you, brother, don't get too high in the highs or too low in the lows. It's all about perseverance, bro. Like, you are supposed to be challenged. It's constantly going to be battles you're going to be facing. Constantly going to be problems along the way. But the two variables that you have to where you want to get to, whatever goal that is for you, is both time and skill. You cannot control time. But what you can control is skill. The skill you have of taking walks like this, where no one is out here, and I'm just, I'm marathon training right now, so this is part of my regimen, is to take an hour walk and just like get my mind and body ready for the week. And that's all I got, bro. This is the skill that I'm working on right now, and like, I can't control the time, but what I can get obsessed over is the inputs, bro. The inputs that I can give in to get to where I want to go to. Can't control the time, can't control when it's going to happen, and I don't really care when it's going to happen, because I'm not attached to the outcome at all. All I care about is what I can control. And it's going to drive you crazy if you care about only the outcome that you want. Whether that's a good physique, whether that's all this money that you want to make, whether it's like my goal is like running this marathon, right? I can't control that outcome. And if I think constantly like, I want to make money, like all the time, right? It's never going to happen. But if I think to myself, like, what skills can I continue to develop? My communication skills right now, like, how can I continue to develop them to the point where I practice this time and time again, to where the outcome literally is inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen for sure. And that's what I'm trying to tell you during this message right here. Like, you're gonna feel like an imposter along the journey, and that's a green flag, bro. The fact that it's hard, the fact that it's uncomfortable is a green flag. So, boys, that was my gumption talk for today. I think this is one of my longer ones, especially because I'd never do these outside walking. So this is a one of one gumption talk right here. I believe this is episode 23. But yeah, I just want to go for an hour walk. I'm 30 minutes in right now. And boys, I hope you learned something today. I hope something I said resonated with you today. And maybe you felt a little bit more heard through what you're feeling internally. If you do, please shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. Just tell me what resonated with you throughout this video, what spoke to you. I crave feedback. It's all I look for, and like it genuinely makes me happy and fulfilled. Like just the smallest messages from y'all, which have been like really, really fulfilling to me recently. Just hearing that from y'all, hearing that what I say, like something might have stuck with you. So hit me on Instagram. My link is in the description. And boys, other than that, I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you later. Peace.